Good morning. It's my third and final day in Prague. Today's we're sticking mainly to the Old Town area, seeing things like the Jewish Quarter, the Estates Theater, and maybe a couple of other places.
After a quick breakfast, we headed outside. We started the day off at Powder Gate. This monument used to house gunpowder, hence the name Powder Gate. From there, we started making our way to Charles Bridge. I really enjoyed the walk because all of the buildings in the city are so beautiful. If I had more time, I would definitely spend it just roaming around the neighborhoods. We took our time making our way across the city, and when we finally reached Charles Bridge, oh my gosh, that view was wallpaper worthy. The bridge is lined with statues on either side, and they say if you touch the statue of St. John of Nepomuk, then your wish is granted. So that's exactly what I did. I don't know how true this is or if it actually works, but in today's world, I can use all the luck that I can get. We crossed over the bridge and then headed to St. Nicholas Church. We paid for our tickets and then went inside. This Baroque-style church was truly a majestic one. The intricate detailing and gold plating only added to its charm. Before coming to Prague, I saw a reel on Instagram that said whenever you're in Europe, you should always look up, and I was so glad I listened.
So I just checked my fitness app, and so far today, we just started the day, and we've already walked close to 8,000 steps. And all we've done so far is walked from our hotel to Charles Bridge, from Charles Bridge to St. Nicholas Church, and then from St. Nicholas Church we walked back over to the Charles Bridge. And it's definitely time for a break, so we came to Vytopna. It's basically a restaurant where you get served your food via train. It's super cute looking. There were a lot of people waiting at the door, but I'm so excited, and let me show you how the food is going to come.
The dining area is arranged in such a way that each table has a set of tracks. Miniature trains will carry your food and drinks across these tracks and deliver them straight to your table. We grabbed our drinks, saw a humongous line at Popeyes, and enjoyed our meal. The food was actually really good. After that, we started making our way to the Jewish Quarter. We passed through Wenceslas Square first, and it was our plan to come back here at night so we could see the Christmas market. On our way, we saw this really cute train-themed candy shop, so of course we had to go inside.
This is probably what I think is our 700th time crossing the Old Town Square. Because of our hotel's location, and I guess because of the location of the square itself, we have to pass through it every time we go somewhere.
Since the Estates Theater was on our way, we decided to stop here as well. The only way that you can see the interior of the theater is by booking a guided tour or by getting tickets to see an opera, a play, or whatever show is running. We couldn't go inside, so we glanced at it from outside and also saw this really creepy statue.
I was very creeped out by this statue. It felt like I would get sucked into a black hole if I went in front of it, so I stayed on the other side of the road. If you do want to see what it looks like from the front, feel free to Google it. The name of the statue is pinned in the comments below.
A short 10-minute walk later, we were in the Jewish Quarter. We bought our tickets and started the self-guided tour. Our tickets gave us access to the ceremonial hall, the old Jewish cemetery, and 4 synagogues. The synagogues were stunning. Each synagogue had something unique to offer. This is the Pinkas Synagogue. Ignoring the fact that I tripped on the stairs here, This place was haunting. The names of nearly 80,000 Holocaust victims are written on the walls. The Spanish synagogue was the most beautiful one. We ended our tour at the Franz Kafka statue. We were both really tired from walking around all day, so we went back to the hotel to rest for a little bit and stepped out again at night so we could go see the Wenceslas Square Christmas market.
We're at our final Christmas market visit of Prague. We're at Wenceslas Square and it's so beautiful all around. It's just, the entire street is lit up. It's absolutely gorgeous. In front of like the building area, there's all these benches, and they all have these really cute quotes on them. Like one of them, like the one that's in front of me right now, it says there's no strangers here, only friends who have not yet met. But we're gonna take a couple minutes just to look at the lights, maybe sit down, and then we're gonna go grab some food.
This market was very cute. There was an ice skating rink, and everything was so wonderfully lit up. After wandering around for a little while, we got some food. We got chips and this grilled cheese thing that they served with bread and some jam. It was out of this world. It was the best thing I had eaten in Prague. I really wanted some churros next, but we couldn't find them anywhere in the Wenceslas Square Christmas market, so we went back to Old Town Square.
Oh. Churros are my favorite food.
We also stopped by this place called Mad Rabbit to take some macaroons back for my dad and sister. We ended our night with a Christmas tree light show. Since we were also leaving Prague the next day, it felt like the perfect send-off. The next morning, we packed our bags, hopped in a cab, and left for the airport.
So the trip is already ending, which is making me a little sad. But we are currently at the Prague airport. It's 4:30 a.m. Our flight is at 7. We're flying Lufthansa and we have a short layover in Munich before heading back to the US. I did not know that check-in opens only at 5 a.m. and it's currently 4:30 a.m. So now we're just sitting in the terminal waiting for the counters to open. I have a surprise in store. So a little bit of context. In February, I flew to India and back because unfortunately my grandmother had passed away. But on my way back, I flew in the Qatar Q suites, and I was absolutely raving about the business class on that airline because it was fabulous. But while I was, so excited about it and I was telling my parents all about it, my mom said once that she wanted to fly in business class. So on our second leg of the trip, I've upgraded us from economy all the way to business. And this is for our leg from Munich to back to the States. And I was not going to tell her until we reached Munich, but because we have to check in at the airport, I'm worried that she's gonna see like the boarding pass or the ticket confirmation or whatever, and it's gonna spoil everything. So I'm just gonna go tell her now. We're flying business from Munich. We're flying business from Munich.
How come? They upgraded you or you upgraded yourself?
I upgraded myself.
Hey, let's enjoy.
After a quick flight to Munich, a train ride to change terminals, and a few hours in the Lufthansa business lounge, we boarded our flight back to the US. So we just boarded our flight from Munich back to the US, and we're flying business, which I'm super happy about. I've heard lots of great things about Lufthansa's business class, but today was the first time that I got the SSS on my boarding, SSSS on my boarding pass. I thought it would be bad, but it actually wasn't. It was just a quick second security screening, and the people were super helpful and really friendly. Right off the bat, we were served with welcome drinks. The seats were spacious and they had a lot of features. We had the standard recline and lie flat buttons, but this seat also had a massage function. There was also a mood light button, a second control panel, and a reading light. In this section, we had a small storage area, a socket, and a remote for the TV. Shortly after takeoff, we were served lunch. I had pre-requested the Asian vegetarian special meal. Our appetizer was falafel, and this is going to sound so weird, but I don't know how else to describe it. It was like a savory gajar ka halwa, and it was so good. Our main course was rice with 2 coconut-based curries, and for dessert, I got the cheesecake. After lunch, it was finally time to open the amenity kit. I loved this bag. It was Christmas themed, it had a bell, it was adorable. Inside, there was a toothbrush with toothpaste, an eye mask, a pair of socks, and a L'Occitane packet with 2 types of cream. We also got some peppermint. The flight attendants then came around with some cookies. I put them away and then took a nap. I woke up around 90 minutes before landing, so just in time to enjoy our final meal on the flight. We landed all too soon, but we made it back to the US.
And that's a wrap. Prague was such an incredible city. There's so many things to do, so many things to see, and I'm also so glad that my mom agreed to come with me. It was great to have her along. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I would really appreciate your feedback. Please feel free to drop it in the comments below or DM me. My Instagram is linked in my channel. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day ahead, and I'll see you in the next one.